Hi, this is Jamey from Stonemeyer Games, and I'm here today to talk about my favorite game mechanism in Karuba. If you watched my video on Tuesday, you might already know that my microphone is not in sync with the video, so don't watch my mouth as you watch this video because it'll just confuse you. It's kind of weird. I apologize. Hopefully, I'll fix it soon. But Karuba is a light game. Where players are basically building paths using tiles to connect different parts of the board. So on your turn, you're either placing a tile or you're moving these explorers that move from one point of the board to their final destination, and you get points if you're the first. If you're the first player to get to one of those destinations, or there are 4 different destinations, and you get points for the diamonds and the gold that you collect along the way, which show up on some of the tiles. Now, the thing I really love about Karuba is that the way the tile selection works is really clever. And I'll call it unilateral randomness, because one player is going to randomly choose a tile, but all players have the exact same tiles, and all other players already have their tiles lined up on the table, so they can see a little number on each of those tiles. I think it's 1 through 36. And so the one player who's in charge of randomizing the tiles will pick one at random. Will tell everyone, "Hey, I picked, or I have tile number 5 here." They didn't pick it; just random selection. I randomly selected tile number 5, and all players pick up tile number 5 and then put it anywhere on the board, or they can discard it to move their explorer. And so it's what I love about this is that it's random, it's variable, so every game is different in terms of which tiles are going to come up in which order. But the way that players act on that randomness is very different. Within a few turns, everyone's board is going to look completely different based on your decisions. So it's one of those games where any mistake you make or any good decision you make is completely on you. It's not subject to any other randomness that you incurred, an element of bad luck. Maybe you like, if all players had to choose their own tiles, you might draw the wrong tiles for yourself time after time. But because all players are subject to that randomness, it's all on you, which I love. I love that sense of responsibility in a game where it's on you to make your good decisions and your mistakes. And I just thought that was very clever. I'm very curious in playtesting when they playtested Karuba, if originally everyone did just draw their own tiles out of a bag or from a pile, and they realized that it would be more interesting if everyone was using the exact same tile, or maybe they thought of that mechanism from the very beginning. But I just thought that was very clever. A lot of games do this, where there are random variable elements in the game, and all players are subject to those random variable elements. I think Karuba is somewhat unique in that those random elements are happening every turn, so you're getting one every turn. Unlike, say, in like Terra Mystica, the bonus tiles that you have each round, you set those out at the beginning of the game. There's only 6 of them, and so they're random, and all players have to make their decisions based on them. But it's kind of an overarching thing instead of a turn-by-turn decision that you have to make. So I just thought it was very clever, especially for such a light game. It was a great choice. So if you have any other examples of games that you think use unilateral randomness and variability to subject all players to the same decision space and give them all these different paths that they can choose, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Thanks.